Hey you guys, it's your favorite local real estate expert, and today we're going to be doing a market report, but we're going to be doing a market report in a different way. We're not going to talk about numbers. We're going to talk about what I have been seeing on the market for my sellers and for my buyers. So recently in this past month, we've had several clients that have went under contract. And I want to express to you guys some of the things that you should be looking out for, especially if you're about to sell your home. So what we have really been running into is a lot of roof issues with the appraisers and also with underwriters when it comes to either my clients selling their home or either when it comes to my clients buying their homes. And the reason why I think that this is happening a lot is because here in Louisiana, if you don't know, we are having a very bad insurance crisis where we only have a handful of people that are willing to insure properties. So it's really been effective in the Slidell, in the New Orleans market, but also in the Baton Rouge market as well. So what we're seeing a lot is when we're doing home appraisals, we're getting back contingencies where the appraiser is suggesting that the roof have a roof inspection. What happens when that comes along is that now the underwriter is reviewing a file and they think that something is wrong with the roof. And for insurance purposes, also for loan purposes, because they don't want the loan to be kicked back once the buyer closed on the house, they are going to extensive measures. So I just had a client, we had to do 2 roof inspections on a property. Once we did those roof inspections, then they asked us for photos, had to have both of the roofers go back to get photos of the roof so that they can send those to the underwriter as well. Once we sent those in, there was another hurdle for us to climb, and that hurdle was we had to provide them with the life expectancy of the repairs that were going to be made. So when I'm talking about this, another thing that comes up is as a home seller, people don't always have the money to repair a roof or to actually replace a roof, right? Roofs can be very costly, but I'm telling you guys this because in some instances, the underwriter will allow you to escrow that. And that's when you take those money from your proceeds after closing to actually have the roof repaired or replace. So that's one of the things. So if you're getting ready to put your home on the market or if you're looking to buy a home, just know that they're being very strict when it comes to roofs because nobody wants to take the liability of a bad roof and nobody wants to take the liability of really high insurance. Anything past 10 years old, you're probably going to have a high insurance premium. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind when you're getting ready to put your homes on the market, okay? The second thing is we are seeing appraisals come back with contingencies. So if your buyer has a FHA loan or if you are a buyer that has a FHA loan, FHA loans are very strict when it comes to repairs such as rotted wood, bad roofs, if you have buckled flooring, if you have any type of safety hazard, the appraiser will go out and they will evaluate those things and when they will ask for those things to be repaired in order for the loan to be approved. So that's another thing that you definitely want to keep in mind because that is an expense that comes up. So when I'm having conversations with my sellers, we are going through and we're identifying things so that we can really avoid those situations. Those situations, they do arise, unfortunately, but we're trying everything that we can to avoid those. So as a seller, when you're getting ready to prepare to put your home on the market, it's imperative that you give me a call, number one, but it's also imperative that you're looking for these types of things because we don't want to eliminate people who have a FHA loan that could potentially purchase your property. And the very last thing that I have on my list is going to be the underwriter, right? So the underwriter, basically, they work in the background. You have your loan officer, you have your loan processor, but the underwriter, I call them the FBI of loans. They're going to go through your file with a fine-tooth comb. So this affects the seller, but it also affects the buyer as well, because if there are repairs that need to be done, the underwriter can ask for certain things. So we had an instance where the appraiser speculated that there may have been moisture damage in the property. With that being speculated and him putting that into the appraisal, that made the underwriter suspicious. And what they did was they required that we had a mold test done and also a foundation inspection done on that property, which was very, very unfortunate for my client because it really inconvenienced us and pushed the closing back. But I was able to get the people out that we needed to get out in a timely manner so that we could suffice the contingency that they were asking for so that we could move forward with closing. So the underwriter has the power to do those types of things. And if you're on the buyer side, the underwriter is looking and verifying your work history. If they see any discrepancies between your work history, or if they're looking at your bank account and there's a discrepancy, maybe a large sum of money or things of that nature, they're going to want to know why those things are there or why there is a discrepancy. So I always like to make sure that I'm preparing my clients so that they know that these things may arise. And I know it could definitely be a headache. It delays closings. But if we can really eliminate those things before we get there, we can make sure that this is a smoother process. So that's what I have been seeing in the market lately. We still see our normal things with inspection items that happen, but I want to let you guys know some of the back end things that happen that a lot of people aren't aware of and that a lot of realtors don't talk about. If you have any additional questions or you want to know more, you are always welcome to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram, or you can just text me at 225-522-1952. And if you're looking to sell your home, buy a home, or invest in real estate, I'm the person that you probably should be calling.